Okay. Technical difficulties aside, oh my god. I mean, I was trying to set up traditional camera. I do have a traditional camera that is set up right now, but it's having a few hiccups. So I just had to switch over to the digital setup just while I got it working. Oh my god. That was a stressful few minutes. Hello. I have not shared the fact that I'm streaming at all, so I don't know how the volume is. Okay. And I've got so many different projects to do that my mind is just all over the place. I'm just sharing to my Discord server that I'm live. So, the piece that is on my screen right now, that is what I've been working on for the last week, I would say. Basically, this is a piece that I had previously done traditionally. However, I wanted it to become a print for the next convention I'm doing. Since I loved it so much. But I wanted to update it in various different ways, like especially the face of the old drawing. Just, it did not come out very good traditionally. I wonder if I actually have the scan that I can just drag into the file, just on top of everything. Oh, I do. It's from 2019. It's like early 2019 as well. It is old. But yeah, this is what it previously looked like. And this is the updated version. I'm very happy with it. Hi, Undead Rose! But yeah, that's what it looked like. And then we have that one. So you can still see some of the original texture. Obviously, not all of it managed to stay. But I did manage to keep at least some of it, which is a good thing. I do like keeping the texture there. It was also very different for me digital painting in Clip Studio Paint on my iPad. I have various different things. Okay, I also... Hi, Sadie! I need to open up the file that was supposed to be something for my business card. Or at least I'm hoping it will be something for my business card. at some point. I have many different files. My brain is currently juggling through so many different projects. And also, my first convention, like, since 2019. Like, 2019 was the first ever convention I ever did. Like, that one. And during next year, I have way more conventions. Oh, and my very first convention is a 2-day event over a weekend in early February, and I am bricking it. I'm excited, but I'm bricking it right now because I barely have any stock. I have enough for my Etsy shop with the very small amount that I'm selling. But for a convention table, for 2 days worth of convention event, no, I don't. Oh. Okay. I also wanted to do some watercolor painting during this whole thing. So I'm like, do I do the watercolor painting first? So that way any of the traditional technical issues can be like completely brushed away after a certain point. I also want to open the color reference. So this is the traditional piece I'm working on. And it's not coloured traditionally. This is literally just like a colour map of like where and what colours I want. It's a Procreate screenshot in Clip Studio Paint. The novelty of that is not going to evade me. But yeah, we have a traditional setup. The problem I'm facing with my traditional setup, and I don't know if you can tell, but like there's kind of a grainy effect. Like that's one of the issues that I've been facing. So I'm not sure how to deal with that. Like it's not too bad. But I don't know how to like stop it being grainy. I've tried everything I know. I've made it less grainy. But apart from that, I can't really fix it any further. Okay. Oh, that's looking dark. Is it just me, or is it looking dark? It feels like it's looking dark. Oh. My swatching sketchbook. It's mostly for swatches. I do have a few odd illustrations in here from like ages and ages ago. Okay. I'm messing around with my camera settings. Probably not the best idea, but you know. Your Wi-Fi cut out? Oh no. I've been fiddling around with settings, so it's okay. Do I have my swatch card of the colours? Yes, I do. I have a visual reference of what I need. Okay. It's been so long since I've streamed, like it feels like forever, so. Feels like forever since I've painted as well, just. It feels so weird. Oh. I need my clip to like fasten down the pages. Well, the clip went flying. Oh, in other news, I got the Scrawler box. I'm so excited to do Scrawler box videos again. I filmed the intro, like in terms of like the unboxing part. I haven't filmed any of the swatching or the designing. It's a word that I've never heard of before. So I've had to like, the theme is like a word I've never heard of before. So it's very new to me. But it's box 100. And the fact that that's my first box as well, just, it's exciting. Okay. I feel like I'm doing everything wrong here on stream. Like I should be going quicker. Like, and I know the whole point of streams is to do it live. It's just I'm very particular. I'm very pedantic. Okay. See if we can wipe that clear. Where is my tissue so I can blot the paint? So a little bit of ultramarine. It's a little bit pinky in terms of the colour I want. I'm going to be using a lot of the cadmium yellow anyway, so... Oh, that's a bit better. That shade. Okay. Feels like there should be more skin, but there isn't, because it makes sense that there's not much skin showing, mainly because it's Yulia and she doesn't really want to be showing off too much. Even though she's queen, she's hiding the fact that she's ill. I love my character Yulia. She's so precious. Okay. I hope I can be heard okay, because I know that sometimes my microphone does not pick up how quiet my voice is compared to how, like, the music in the background, so I hope it's all good. Grab a bit of the quinacridone. I might film some TikToks while I'm doing this. Because that's one thing I've also been lacking of doing, is filming TikToks. I've really fallen behind, or at least I feel like I've fallen behind. I'm thinking of using my Jackman's watercolours on here. If they'll work on here. I think the main one that I'll probably end up using is Sap Green. Well, the main two is probably Sap Green and Petal Shadow. Because Petal Shadow is like a purple with like a pink mixed in, which is so pretty. because colours I have in mind aren't really used for the Jackman's watercolours that I have. Oh, I'm going to put the water over here. I can't make my mind up where to put it. I mean, the whole point of Petal Shadow was to shade in flowers. Like it was a really good neutral colour to shade in like white flowers, I think it was. Hi, Em. It's Yulia, yes. Watch me get distracted and not film any TikToks. That's been my whole week. Just get distracted and not do anything that you're supposed to be doing. Ever. First time this paint is being used, well, the Jackman's paint is being used on an actual illustration and not just a swatch. So how is everybody doing? I haven't asked that yet, and I'm surprised I haven't asked that yet. Usually I would have by now. Distractions. Let's see which Sims mods are broken. I still need to finish writing the next story post with Harley and Pyra. I'm pretty sure Isla will make a appearance in that story post as well, so... This colour has worked a lot better than I thought it would work for this, which is great. I'm like, do I put down a bit of water first and see how the colour spreads? Or do I just put the watercolour down as a whole? The fact that people used to call me a watercolour queen, and I'm sitting here just winging it. A lot of the time, I think a lot of my watercolours are just like, wing it. You're at work right now? Oh, I hope I'm not too distracting then. Oh hell, maybe I'm the perfect distraction. I hope my story musings aren't too much for you. I hope they don't add too much to your plate. Because I have a tendency to add quite a lot to M's story without even realising it sometimes. Because I'm very enthusiastic when it comes to story writing. But yeah, it's not just conventions that I have. It's also a exhibition as well. So my university, like that I used to go to, is holding an exhibition for fantasy art. And this fantasy art can be like characters, world building. I read the brief and I'm like, this is me. Like, this is my artwork to a T. Like, how could it be so perfect? And to top it all off, they're allowing alumni of the university to submit stuff for it as well. So I'm like, oh, great! But that means that I have to get so much done. Oh. And there's a possible chance that, depending on whether I decide to go to Worcester to exhibit at an event in February, I might actually be there to see the exhibition in person. I mean, if I don't exhibit to sell, I can go to the exhibition as well and see it for myself in person. Obviously, if I'm selling, then I won't be able to go see it. Or whether the Hive will be open on a Sunday. Because the event that I'm thinking of in terms of like being in Worcester is on a Sunday. I'm like, is the Hive open on a Sunday? Wonder if I can ask Siri. Hey Siri, is the Hive Library in Worcester open on Sundays?
Worcester Library. The Hive on the Butts in Worcester is open today from 8:30 to 2200 hours.
Oh, okay. It is open. It is open at like 10 o'clock at night, which means that I could actually go in like later in the evening. Oh. That's fun. That's fun. Well, then again, I should have expected it to be open, and I'm sorry if I activated your Siri by accident. I just wanted to know when the library was open. But some libraries, especially around here, aren't open on a Sunday. Or at least have very limited hours. So I was genuinely curious. And also at the same time, looking back on it, I shouldn't have been so curious about it. Mainly because the Hive Library in Worcester is like a huge part of the city. Like, it's part of the skyline, almost. And it's also got, like, archives and stuff in there as well. Like, it's not just the public library, it's, like, a bit of everything, really. I should have saw this coming, but I didn't. Sims resource always crash on you. To be fair, I have not gone onto the Sims resource in a while. When is the exhibition? It is... Oh... It is during February. It ends before the end of February, though. Like... I can't remember the exact dates. I can remember, like, the time to, like, enter in terms of the deadline. I've got to submit my stuff before January 11th for it. And most of the stuff that I want to submit for it are stuff that I've already done, to be fair. Like, they're existing pieces of artwork. However, there's one piece of artwork that I kind of want to submit for it that will be like a recreation. So I have this really, really old piece that I did back in, like, 2014. It is pretty much almost 10 years old to a T. I loved it so much that I made it my channel banner. I even turned it into, like, a design on this tote bag. I think this is a Redbubble tote bag, I think. It's only a small Redbubble tote bag, but I like it. Let's just put the paint. Put the paint down. But yeah, I want to do this piece as a Draw This Again. I have a few pieces for Draw This Again that I want to do, but, like, this is the main one that I'm like, yeah, you need to redo it. Because, looking at the original piece, like, I've definitely got nostalgia glasses on with these, with this artwork. Basically, my mind is thinking it's better than it actually is. I looked at the original artwork of it when I was going through my old stuff, and I was like, yeah, it did not age as well as I thought it did. I wish it did age as well, but it didn't, so... I don't know what colour to do her nails. It would be so fun to repaint. But yeah, I looked at the original piece of that one and was like, I don't like this. I actually have the original piece to hand because I had to scan it recently. And let me be clear that this piece was kind of a precursor to what became my character universe's like Verona. Obviously, I didn't go with the floating islands thing for Verona in particular, but like you can kind of see the basis of like my obsession with crystals in this piece. This is the original piece, and nostalgia definitely made me remember this to be better than it was. Also, this is on the back. Oof. Oof, how anybody liked my artwork back in like 2014, I'll never know, because oof, that is rough. I'm loving the way the granulation is working, like on these petals, or like these wing shaped things on the window. In terms of the exhibition, I know I want to submit a redone version of this. I want to submit the Crystal Beach, the watercolour painting that I did like ages ago that is a print on my Etsy shop, because that's one of my favourite pieces. Maybe Path from Inktober of this year. I don't know, I haven't made my mind up fully, but I don't know whether I want to do kind of like a set of images from like the same sort of feel, or whether I want to do a range of images from different parts of the character universe. I haven't made up my mind. Yeah. It's insane how long ago it was. It doesn't feel right. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Hello, Sarah. You started secondary school 10 years ago. Oh. 10 years ago, 2014, I was in college. I was still in my first year of college. I think it was my first year. Or was it the start of my second year? I can't quite remember. It might have been my first year of college, I think. Off the top of my head, I believe it was my first year. 2014 is in the middle, mainly because the start of 2014, I was still in my first year, and the latter part of 2014, I was in my second year. So it's hard to say what exact year. Because college is only 2 years. Oh! M, like Celestial Royals and Sarah. I don't know whether Undead Rose has seen it as well, but at the beginning of the stream, I showed off the piece that I had been improving upon for a new print. I'm obviously going to have Tyvee as a print. Tyvee is one of the ones as a print where I was like, yes, I want this. So this is the original piece from 2019. This is all watercolour. I did a colour composition digitally. I don't think... Oh yeah, I need to turn off this. I need to put myself on Do Not Disturb on Discord. I'm sorry if you heard all of those. But yeah, this is the original piece of Pele in watercolour. 2019 as well. Just, it's a big fat oof. I really like it. It's just her face. Like, traditionally, I butchered Pele's face. And for traditional colours, the colour I managed to get with that lava hair, mwah. Could not have asked for anything better in traditional. But this is what we've got. And I love it so much. I don't know whether you saw an updated version of the lantern girl either, or like the lantern version of me. But yeah, that's the colour composition that I'm doing for this painting right now. I have it as a reference piece. You saw it before your signal cut out. But yeah, I'm really loving it. And this one I have not signed with a year. You can still see some of the traditional texture, which is what I like. But I didn't sign it with a year because you would have 2019 and 2023. Like, it would be really odd. So I just stuck with my regular signature at the bottom, so oh well. But I did it on my iPad. Wrong screen. The connection is bad for you, oh no. No! need to mix these colours. I'm just thinking, is the... Oh, it does go over all of it, okay. Yeah, I thought I would do a calm stream today, mainly because I have a ton of work to do starting tomorrow. Okay, bye, Em. You found some hair? Like, some CC hair. Out of context. You found some hair? Has me chuckling to myself. I think I have that hair, or like I have something very similar to it, or I've at least seen it. Whether it's on my, whether I've seen it like on my Pinterest, you know, when random things come up. But yeah, I love that content creator stuff. A good CC haul. I'm probably gonna butcher the name of the content creator for that custom content hair. Okay, Rue? No idea. But like, I love their hair. Like the hairs that they make. Even some of the clothes as well, like, it's so good. Ooh, that's a pretty colour. Do I use it? If I was to use it, I think I would use it up here. It's a little bit on the... It's a little bit too yellow leaning, so maybe adding a little bit of ultramarine might help neutralize it a bit. I don't want to darken it too much, that's the problem. Because I want it to be still pretty bright, which is exactly the kind of thing the original colour has. What's the new pack like? I have not tested it yet. Well, not really. Yeah, I have not really tested it. I think I've used some of the Build Buy items so far, but like, that's about it. The world is really pretty. I just wish that there were bigger lots there. Because when the biggest lot that you have is like a 40 by 30, it's not great. Oh, that could be a cute hairstyle. Oh, I see where you're going with it, yeah. That could work. So I take it we're simming right now. We're not arting. It's very, very yellow. Like, you wouldn't even think this is a green. Like, it's that yellow. Yes, I've gone over the lines. Feels like so long since I've done artwork, even though I was doing it up until like the early hours of yesterday, because I was on my iPad. Until like 3 a.m. yesterday. Well, this morning, even. But in terms of like traditional art and doing stuff in my sketchbook, feels like it's been forever. You're currently demolishing a put your teeth in, Zoe. Ben and Jerry's. Oh. You'll be swimming and... I think you mean simming. Swimming in The Sims. Mm-hmm. Feels like forever since I've watercolour painted though. You know when you feel like a bit of a fraud? Like, especially with who I used to be known as, like, on my channel. Like, the watercolour person. Or, like, a watercolour person. I feel like a completely different person. Like I've shed my skin. You can go swimming and drawing if you like. Okay. I'll add a little bit of yellow to it just to like warm up the colour even more. Really speaking, I think I should have muted the colour, not warm it up, but you know. Okay. Let's see how Jackman's French ultramarine does at cooling down this colour. Ooh. Now let's try Daniel Smith. Just changing. There's probably not going to be too much difference, if at all, really. I just want to see, like, how different the tone could be. I mean, this one seems cooler. Not by much, though. Marcia's gonna have twins? Oh no. They're in for double trouble! I think one of these days out this week I'm probably going to spend on my phone just like on CapCut, just constantly. Just trying to edit together all this. That's fair. I'm pretty sure I've done that with, I think Sky and Isla's future twins. I don't think they're having twins anymore. I think they are having 3 children instead of 4. I've just had to take off that wristband because it was getting uncomfortable. Okay, let's go with like a golden brown sort of colour. think there's gold drops here as well. And I think, yeah, there's also gold. Is that green or gold? It's gold. Okay. Okay, these are gold too. I don't think I'll try and overcomplicate this because the design itself is already complicated enough. Like, it does not need too much, like, overcomplication for it to look good. Something that I had to instantly accept about this traditional piece is that both sides aren't completely equal in terms of, like, they aren't even. Which is fine. It's totally not eating me up from the inside. I say that, but it is actually fine. It's not too bad. Could have been worse. I added the wrong colour as the shading. Want a little bit of pink to be mixed in. Might change over the brush into, like, a little bit more of a delicate brush. Because sometimes a little bit more of a sturdier brush can be more of a welcome change. I think since this is a lot more orangey than I thought it would be, I think I might make this background a little bit more pink because of how pink the wing shapes are. It's just a tiny change, not too big of a deal. I might try the quinacridone magenta with the red. Create like a pinky, like a warm pink. I want a bit more of that magenta in there. Oh, I need to redo. I didn't do the gold around there. I should have done. Oh well, I will come back. I think I do need to put more green up here too, like a deeper green. Oh, shaky camera. I knocked the camera by accident. I'm sorry. I don't know whether it's visible, but like the background line work, like of the window motif sort of thing going on, that was done in grey fine liner. Whereas like Yulia, she is done in black. So she stands out more. Whether that's obvious, I don't know. You can be the judge. Okay, there still is a little bit of texture there. I was hoping for it to leave at least a little bit more texture, but it didn't. So I'm just re-wetting the area, seeing if I can get a better effect. Not really. Oh well. I think for shadows, like, I know that there's gold parts, but I'll use the pink as kind of like a shading colour of like the main window as well, so it kind of like blends together. So it feels a bit more harmonious. Oh. Left-handed. How you have cursed me once again with your presence. Also, something that I've been wanting to do is some Doctor Who fan art, but like, I haven't had the time. Whenever I do artwork, it always feels like it should be something like grand and not like spur of the moment. And I always overthink things. I need to stop overthinking things. Oh. Okay, that's a little bit too brown. Need to add a little bit more yellow to like make it more gold. Okay, that's better. I had to remix the colour because I've missed a bit here. I think I'm going to put a little bit more pink on there. Hello! Is that Yulia? It is! Hi, Violetta! I need to make these stems more green. Now, is that too green? That is the question. I think I might mix this colour with the yellowy green that I have. see what colour we get. Because this is the yellowy green that we have next to the regular green. So, ooh, I think that's the colour that I'm looking for. That's promising. Behaviour letter. I hope my my Cinderash Royals haven't done you in with their Sims makeovers. The Cinderash Royals and Never and Lucian. To be honest, I got a bit of a jump scare when you did Lucian, mainly because I have not aged him up. At least not yet. Because he's so cute. I don't want him to go. He is my baby. Could this ruin the whole piece? Most likely. Am I doing it anyway? Yes. basically using Petal Shadow as like a shading colour. We'll see how it does. Because Petal Shadow is like this neutral kind of colour, but it's like mixed with so many different other things. It's meant to be used for like delicate shadows, so hopefully it should be nice in the shadows of like a character. So what is everybody up to? Are we painting along? Are we simming? As in like playing The Sims? What are we up to? Am I curious? Absolutely. Am I nosy? Also yes. Am I trying to fill the awkward silence? Also yes. Weird, it's almost like it's acting like a uniform shadow colour. You're doing your art history final? Oh my god. I hope it's going well. What are we up to for the art history final then? Anything interesting? yeah, for my convention table, I went to the range yesterday, and I brought this display box, or like it's supposedly like a drawer insert of some description. Let me just get it. My stickers, like the tarot card stickers, only just fit in here. Like, only just fit in here, like, across-wise. They're at an angle, like, they're tilted upwards. They're definitely bigger than the box, but it's really the only thing that I could find like it. And they didn't have any other sizes, they just had this size, and I'm like, okay, it's decently sized as it is. So what art history are we talking? Like, what era? Ooh, Rembrandt. Okay. Is that like a specific person or art brand or something? I know I've heard of the word Rembrandt, but I establish Rembrandt with like a brand of watercolors. Just me. I just got back from work and eating dinner. Oh, I hope it's good. But yeah, when I was looking back through all of my old artwork, because I've been looking back through it to see what could go in the exhibition, what I could redo for like different sticker designs or different artworks for like different prints and stuff. I came across these flower girls that I did of Loki and Melissa, like, and I really like them. And there's this one of Loki as like with the flowers of forget-me-nots, and I kind of want to add a little bit more meaning to it. Is it the best piece of artwork ever? No, but like, I have this book by Jessica Rue, and I know that Celestial Royals knows this book very well. But I'm thinking of looking through it and seeing what character goes with what. Yeah, the watercolors are probably named after him. That's true. I could either make the... So, I did a redraw of, like, Loki's one. And I don't know whether I like it or not, because it was a very quick redraw in Procreate. It's this one. I'm not sure whether I like it or not in terms of like for a design, for like a sticker design. Other products that I was thinking of doing, this is for the convention and for Etsy to be fair, like either could work, is acrylic charms, because that is what I saw so much of. Like I saw so many acrylic charms at Comic-Con. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it. It was literally just seas of acrylic charms everywhere. So it'd be really cool to have those done. It's just, I think for my very first convention I might do just prints and stickers. If I have enough time, then maybe I'll do acrylic charms. That's if there's enough time to get them manufactured. I've never had experience with having them manufactured, so it's one of those things that I don't know. The thing is, I don't know whether I want to do the flower illustrations in the style of like this, because this is a flower girl technically, because you've got the character Yulia and her signature flower, or her favourite flower is a lily. It's like a white lily. So you could technically class this as part of that idea, but it's got a different composition. It's got like a different feel for it. Basically, I don't know what direction to take some stuff in, which sounds quite familiar. I have so many different ideas, and like even the same idea could go in many different directions. And because I'm so indecisive, it can go in multiple different directions and none at the same time. I think this watercolour piece is done. I think. I am going to be doing other projects during this stream, so the stream is not done yet. Yeah, this colour has worked really, really well as like a shading colour. From far away it works. From up close, it looks a bit rough. It's a very interesting effect. I don't know whether I'll do it again, but like, it was something neat to try out. It just looks as if I've slapped a bunch of purple watercolour over the top of it. It's one of those, don't look too close. But then again, traditional artwork is always, like for me, I use traditional artwork to constantly experiment with different styles and like different ways of doing things, so I'm not too mad about it. Okay. Let's go over to the digital. Like that's what it looked like digitally. With like the colour composition. Okay. So several projects that I have in the works currently. So now that this watercolour painting is done, I can put it away. It's about time. I haven't been able to like put it to rest in my mind because it's just been sitting in my sketchbook not finished the entire time. I'm just going to turn off my camera, like the traditional camera. And move over to my digital desk, or like the digital side of my desk. So this particular design that you can see on screen right now is hopefully going to be part of a business card design. And if the composition of this looks familiar, it's because I also used it during Inktober for Day 11's Wonder. Because I could not get it out of my head and I wanted to do a traditional version of it to see what it would look like. Let's see if I can find the files for my business card. Oh, I haven't I haven't opened it up in a while, so I need to try and find it again. Yay. Let's get my Trello board up for my conventions. Really speaking, I could do with putting so this is my Trello board for convention stuff. Let me just move it out the way for a second. I just need to change some things. Just need to change a setting. Yeah, my Trello board. And for my Trello board, I have the designs, like any information. I need to copy and paste potential designs. I already have these three as prints. I also have these two as like A5 prints as well. I don't think I'm going to do very many A4 prints anymore because I have a bunch of A4 prints that just will not shift. But yeah, the ones that I need to turn into prints is this one, which is of Loki, like underwater, and breathe. And this one's called Tyvee, and it's of my character Typhee. This one I've been meaning to turn into a print for a very, very long time. Well, since I did it back in like 2020? Yeah, must have been 2020. That's crazy. But I always loved the very subtle tones I got in this one. Okay. just gonna do a screenshot of this and put it on my Trello board. Should this be an A4 print or should this be an A5 print? Because I really love this one of Pele. And I'm thinking, should it be both A4 and A5 or just A5? Oh. Decisions. I know I said I wasn't going to do very many A4 prints anymore, but like, I'm tempted with this one. It's the colours that get me. I just love it so much. I'm definitely going to go with the same print manufacturer I did for my previous A5 prints because the colours, the contrast on those, mwah! Could not have asked for anything better. Love it so much. Okay. Who is still here? Because honestly, the it's saying various different things of like YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Even though it seems fine. I am confusion.